Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. So yesterday was Monday holiday in January. It was MLK Day here in the United States. So everybody had the day off yesterday. Mom was home, Anthony was off, Emma was off. We did not see Thomas at all yesterday. I hope he's okay. Anthony said he checked on him last night and he was fine, but he had like events with friends this weekend, so I think he probably just needed the rest. I know I would. But today I have a really long, involved to-do list. So today is the 20th of January, and the most important thing today, actually I've got two like super important things. Homework. I've got 2 assignments left. I've got 1 assignment for each class, because I'm taking 2 classes this like first half of the spring semester. So I've got 2 classes. I've got 1 assignment for each class. One of them is like a KWL chart, which I don't get much out of, but it's an assignment that's worth points that I have to do, so I don't really get a choice, but I don't like them, so I put it off until today. It's due tonight. And then for the other class, I have to find an article, read the article, and then write a summary of the article. I understand why they have us do that too, but it just kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels kind of silly because somebody else has already written the report and now I'm writing a report on the report. It feels like dilution of information, whatever. So I have to do those tonight by midnight, and then at 6:30 tonight I have a like required project training for one of the continuous assignments that I'll be working on during this whole semester, which is called the Ohio Melanoma Project. So I am in school taking online classes from the University of Cincinnati online, so the University of Cincinnati Claremont, to become a certified oncology data specialist. And so I'm nearing the end of that program. And this semester, with this melanoma project, we're actually going to be abstracting real cancer cases, which is very cool. There's a lot that's going to be involved in that. However, I'm excited for like real life experience using actual tools and actual data. Very exciting. So that's like the most important thing today. I cannot skip that. I have to attend that. Also today, we're doing laundry. So Anthony and I started a load before we came downstairs this morning. I've got, I think, 3 loads of laundry I need to do between like his and mine. So I'm just going to keep the laundry going all day today. I want to organize the freezer in this refrigerator because I can't find anything in it. Everything's just kind of like thrown in. Nothing makes sense, and I just want to make it make more sense so that we can find what we're looking for in there. I would like to steam our tapestries. So we have these beautiful tapestries that we got at the Renaissance Fair, and we were going to go back to the Renaissance Fair. Mom wants a couple of tapestries for her bedroom, but the Brevard Renaissance Fair did not take place this year, which is really sad. But you see how they're kind of like warped and curly? I think if we steam them, the guy that sold us the tapestries told us that if we steam them, this will kind of relax them and they will become straight again. So I am going to try to do that today. Emma got a steamer as her like Christmas gift from the company she works for. So we have a steamer. I'm gonna give it a try and hope that it works. But I'm gonna try to do that today because I would like our ladies to hang like flat and look nice and not be so warped and curly, particularly those 2 down there. But these are like the seasons. So we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter down at the end. I love those tapestries. I really do. They bring me so much joy. They're so pretty. What else? In the bedroom, I have ceiling fan filters that I bought when I bought the ceiling fan because they were on sale on Amazon Prime Day, and then I never put them on our ceiling fan when the ceiling fan was installed. So today I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the ceiling fan filters on the ceiling fan. I have heard from Corla, who is a viewer on this channel, that they work. I can't speak to their efficacy because I've not actually used them. I just own a set of the filters. I'm gonna put them on the ceiling fan, and here's the thing. I think ceiling fans, and fans in general, are kind of disgusting. So that's been most of my objection to having ceiling fans, is that they're gross and they never get cleaned. I'm hoping that this kind of helps with that cleanliness of the ceiling fan. Also, if you're wondering, what is that atrocious noise? It's in. Bruce is still working this morning. And then also in the bedroom, I would like to purge my closet. There's a bunch of stuff in there that I feel like I'm ready to let go of. It is January. At the end of this month, or maybe like the beginning of February, I'm gonna report back on something. I think it's a project Mom is doing too. But the idea is, I got it from somewhere else. I think Mom got it from somewhere else. I don't know where the original creator of this idea is or who they are. But I think for every day in January, you are supposed to get rid of that number of things. So the 1st of January, you get rid of one thing. The 2nd of January, you get rid of 2 things. And the 3rd, you get rid of 3, and so on and so forth. And I think I've done the math, and I think at the end of January, you're supposed to have gotten rid of 496 things. I'm shooting for 500. So I think at the end of January, or maybe the beginning of February, I'm going to report back and tell you how I did. But I've got some things I want to try to get rid of this month. Now, I'm not going through every single day and getting rid of that number of things that day. I'm just going to play catch up today because I've been kind of piling things up, but I would like to make a big pile and then at the end of the month actually get rid of that stuff. So anyway, that's the plan for today. Laundry, a little cleaning, a little organizing, and a little purging, and then a bunch of homework. Well, not a bunch of homework, and then some homework. So I thought I'd start the vlog, say hello. I've got my coffee. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my vitamins because I forgot them, and Anthony needs something from upstairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and go up and do that, and then we'll get started probably with the freezer. All right, turning the ceiling fan off. These are the ceiling fan filters that I have. Thank you, Corla, for telling me about these because I did not know that they existed. They are the Ultra Fresh ceiling fan filters. From what I remember, they had different kinds, and there are 3 in here because it's for a 3-blade fan, which is fortunately what I have. Oh, interesting. So they have 2 different versions. They have the Pro version or the Essential series. I don't know what this is, but it looks like with the Pro version, it's a shell that you slide new filters into, or you just stick it, peel and stick the filter on the center of the blade and then press firmly for 10 seconds after cleaning the top of the ceiling fan blade. So let's see. So here's what it looks like. So they've got the peel and stick here, and that's just kind of velcroed to it. So I could change that if I needed to, but I don't see why I would need to. But the peel and stick is on the sticky here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the top of the ceiling fan and stick them on. Also, this ceiling fan came with like a little duster. I'm gonna dust it first and see what it looks like up there. And then if it's like really gross and needs to be wiped down, I'll clean it. But we haven't had them very long. Maybe they won't be so dirty, but it's a ceiling fan, so my guess is it's filthy and disgusting. All right, luckily it does not feel gross. So I'm just gonna stick the filters up there and hope for the best. Okay, they are on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the fan back on. I'm not a fan of the fact that I can see them, but you know what? Clean air and a clean ceiling fan is worth more to me than like being able to see it. So that's what they look like. If I have follow-up, I will follow up with you in another video, but we have a filter on a ceiling fan now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy some for the other ceiling fans too. Just because, you know, they should all have it. They should all be clean. All right, I'm back downstairs and I'm gonna start steaming. I've got the steamer plugged in. This is the one that Emma got as her Christmas gift from work. The instructions in here are not for this device, so my hopes are not high, but it's boiling like a kettle. So I guess we'll see if it works. Hope it works. Wish me luck. Alright, so I've steamed the first tapestry right here, and the steamer is out of water. Anthony has made breakfast, and I don't know that I'm satisfied with these results. It's probably fine. It is better, I think. I don't know. I'm tempted to try like a low iron instead, like taking them off and laying them down and running like a lower temp iron over the back of them. I don't know. Taking them off is such a big task. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna eat breakfast and I'll think about it. While I ate, I looked it up, and the internet basically says this is how you do it, is you steam it. You could also take them down and essentially block them. So you like lay it down on a piece of felt or something, and then you like pin it in place to kind of stretch it out. I'm not gonna do that. I also have decided against ironing just because I think this is actually going to be easier than ironing them. So I'm going to try this as like my first method. I think this one's still, you know, I think this one turned out okay. I'm going to go down to the end though. I'm going to work on that one next on the far end and then like work my way back. Because if that one doesn't work, I'm giving up and we'll iron them on a different day. Because I do have some other things I want to do today. But I'm going to start there, work my way back, and hope it works. And if it doesn't, then, you know, we'll come back to it on a different day. Are they perfect? No. But are they better? Yes. So I'm happier with this. I still think, you know, I might actually steam them again later this week and just kind of give them periodic steamings to try to get them back into the right shape, and then we will do like maintenance. But we've had these for years and never steamed them because we didn't have a steamer. And now that we have one, I just want to take care of them. So they're better for sure. I'm still not completely happy with them, but they're not like obstructing the hallway anymore. Not that, you know, they're ever
in the way, but I would just like to not rub against them when we walk down the hall. So they're better. I can go ahead and cross this off the list. I don't want to keep going because like I don't want to get them too damp, and I also don't want to like risk burning them, and that steamer got really, really hot. So like I had to be really careful how I was holding it, because if I hold it up here, this part up here is still really hot. So I was like holding it lower on the handle. I think honestly a better steamer might work better, but I don't know that I want to spend money on a steamer when we have this one that Emma got for free for Christmas. So I don't know. It can be a someday purchase, not a today or tomorrow purchase. Time skip. It is 2:03 in the afternoon. So I've got these done, and I'm still thinking they look a little bit better. I've had lunch, made lunch. I also made a bunch of lunches for tomorrow. So we've got 4 salads, meaning Mom can have one tonight. And if she doesn't, then we've got salads for tomorrow and then possibly even the next day. As for my to-do list, I still have not mopped. So I need to go ahead and do that, and then I can go upstairs and start working on the closet. And if I don't get to the closet today, it will be a Friday activity, because I have plans for Thursday, because I have to take Anthony to the office because he has to go into the office to work on Thursday. I've got plans for tomorrow, but for now, it's time to mop. So I'm going to pull up a YouTube video, probably this one, and then mop. So I'm going to have to move this dog out of the way. All right, everybody, the day has gotten away from me. It is already 3 p.m., 2:56. So I have decided that the closet purge is going to be shuffled to Friday, because I currently don't have any plans for Friday. So I think it would be better to basically spend the whole day on that, because I'm not just going to do my closet. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do the closet, the dresser, like everything. So that will all be in a different video. But today, since it's 3 o'clock and I still have some homework I have to do, I'm going to, since I've got the downstairs like mopped and everything, I got the chairs put down and everything is put back together in a way that we can like live here. I'm gonna head to the office and hang out with Anthony for a little while, you know, a couple hours, and try to get my homework done before dinner. So if I can get homework done in the next 2 hours, that puts me at 5 p.m. Then I've got a meeting for school at 6:30 tonight. So maybe I can get a vlog edited and some homework done before my meeting. And then I would like to walk during my meeting tonight. Depending on how the homework is going, I might walk while I'm doing some homework too. So something really exciting happened a little while ago. We received part of an Amazon order. We had placed a very large Amazon order, and everything is shipping in different boxes because it's all coming from different warehouses. But I ordered some new walking shoes because I have been doing really, really well. I'm gonna brag on myself for a minute. I've been doing really, really well with walking, like every day. I've been walking either on the walking pad when it's too cold outside or outside. I've been walking on the walking pad in the office for couple of weeks now, I think since like New Year's, because it's simply been too cold for me to do it outside, and I can also be productive while I'm walking. I can be doing other things, multitasking, that's what I'm looking for. But I think I may have mentioned it, but the first pair of shoes that I had been running in last year had a hole in the back, like around the ankle part, and it gave me a blister. So I threw those shoes away. I went to Walmart and bought a $20 pair of sneakers, and they were really comfortable at the outset, but I've been walking about, like, according to my watch, I've been getting about 8 miles a day on average. I've been deliberately walking on the walking pad at least 3 miles a day, sometimes more, usually more So I've been getting at least 4 intentional miles walking in a pair of sneakers a day since the beginning of the year. It is only the 20th of January, but I have not missed a day yet. So I'm really proud of myself for that, actually, because I even started on the 1st. I walked deliberately on the 1st, and I've been walking with more intention since earlier in December. I just started walking, and I decided I wanted to try to walk a 5K 5 times a week. And that has kind of turned into walking for about an hour on the walking pad basically every day, and I haven't missed a day yet. I do think a rest day would be good for me, but maybe not once a week. I'm thinking maybe every couple of weeks it would be good for me, but I do really want to walk today. So I want to do that during my meeting tonight. Back to the shoe discussion. So I had the original pair of shoes. Those are gone because they were destroyed. Then the Walmart shoes. I've worn them and worn them and worn them and worn them, and they just are not as comfortable as they were when I bought them. They were cheap. They were $20. And I know that like the amount you pay for a pair of shoes does not determine the quality of the shoe, but I do think that's an indicator of the quality of the shoe. So I have been like trying to find a good pair of walking shoes. I have done a little bit of research, and apparently you're supposed to give your shoes at least 1 day of rest in between wearing them. So I'm trying to have like multiple pairs of walking shoes that I wear just for my walks, and then everything else, like all my other shoes, I can wear, you know, when I'm going to church or the grocery store or whatever. But I'm trying to have like intentional pairs of walking shoes. So one of the things that happened just a little while ago was one of the pairs of shoes that I ordered on Amazon, which is a pair of Nikes. They're called the Nike Motivas, and they're kind of hideous. They're kind of ugly, but I wore them while I was mopping. And so here's one of them. They're really lightweight. You can see they're kind of round on the bottom, so it's supposed to like help propel you forward. I don't know if it does that or not. They're weird and like a bumpy on the bottom. I don't know if you can see there's like little knobs that look like waves. And then of course, you know, like the grip, the imprint of the sole, but like the sole itself is just kind of like, I don't know, shaped weird. I did not tie them to fit my feet. I just kind of slipped my feet in, and I've just been wearing them, and they're actually not uncomfortable. They're just not cute. They're ugly, but they're really comfy. And I'm normally a size 8. I think these are an 8 or maybe an 8.5. What size is this? This is an 8.5. Okay, so it's a good thing I sized up. And I think I did that because the reviews basically said to size up. So I'm glad I did that. But I have another pair of shoes coming soon. And then I've also got a couple other pairs in the Amazon cart because I kind of want to try a bunch of them. Like this one I've been wearing around the house to mop in. I feel like that's how you can tell if they're good or not, is if you wear them for a little while. I'm going to keep these for sure, but I think for the other pair of shoes, I want to try to have 2 to 3 pairs of shoes, walking shoes, that I alternate through. And I am planning on doing the Couch to 5K run program again this year, but I'm planning on starting that in February because I've been walking and I want to keep that habit up. So I think what is helping me with my goals for 2026 so far, and I know I haven't done a video on my goals. I don't think I'm going to this year. I know they hold me accountable to me, but when things that are out of my control happen and they kind of prevent me from making progress on my goals, it's really hard on my mental health. And so I'm just going to take a break from that for this year. But I do have goals. I have written them down. So far, I have been doing pretty well, but I think it has helped to kind of stagger their introduction. So like, I want to walk more this year. So I started doing that in December. And then I want to eat better so I can sleep better and feel better. And yeah, there's a weight loss aspect to it too. But I introduced that very slowly in the beginning of January. And I want to start like going to bed earlier. I haven't started that one yet. And then I want to run the Couch to 5K program because I would like to actually run a 5K this year. And I'm going to introduce that later in February. You know, so I think slowly introducing all these goals is going to help me keep up with them, because I can make a habit and then build on that habit, as opposed to like completely overhauling my entire life. So anyway, I've talked for 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go up to the office and do some homework and maybe edit a video, and I will chat with you guys later. It's 10 o'clock and I just came upstairs to go to bed, and I can't because I forgot to put the laundry away. Oh no. All right, it is that time of the night where it's 10:34 and I'm realizing that I'm going to bed way later than I would like, but it was a pretty productive day. I'm pretty satisfied. I did not walk tonight. I decided to go ahead and take today as a rest day. I have been walking with ankle weights, and my knees don't hurt, but they were sore last night, and so I thought, with the way that today went and then just kind of like, I don't know, feeling that way yesterday, I thought I'll just take today as a rest day. I did my homework. My homework is done for like this week. So next week's homework has opened already, so I need to go ahead and get started on that. But it's not due until next Tuesday, so I've got a little bit of time. So I've got a week from today to get it all done, which is awesome. I attended my school meeting. I talked to my teacher. So I was supposed to attend a meeting last night, and I tried for like an hour to get in, and I never did get in. I sent her an email last night. She sent me a link. The link didn't work. I couldn't get in. So I attended a different meeting tonight, so that's done, but I still have to attend a meeting. It's like a mandatory course introduction with an instructor of the course. And as long as I attend one, because there's multiple instructors for this course, because there's simply too many students for one instructor to grade all the assignments. I get it. As long as I attend one with an instructor, it counts. So one of the instructors has office hours tomorrow, so I'm going to attend tomorrow, and hopefully I get that crossed off the list. All of the laundry has been all of my laundry has been folded and put away. I know that there are more loads of laundry that are not in here yet. Boop, 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 boop. Bless you. But that laundry is done, completely folded, put away, and it's wonderful. Anthony is still downstairs. He was playing a game when I came up. So I'm gonna brush my teeth and put on my pajamas and go to bed. And then we're gonna end this vlog here tonight. I will pick up the camera tomorrow for another vlog. It's just, I'm in a vlogging mood. Apparently I was not at all during December. Every time I tried to vlog in December, everything was like really tough. It was really hard for me. I kind of felt like, what do you call that? Imposter syndrome. Like my life is not exciting enough to share. I know my life is no more exciting now than it was a month ago. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's less exciting now than it was a month ago. However, I want to share this time of my life with you guys. At least I want to save it and document it for me. I did not want to save and document December because I was not having a good time in December. And I'm glad that part of my life is over. So anyway, we're going to end the vlog tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I will vlog again tomorrow, and then at some point, hopefully soon, we will have a video where I purge the closet and get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. And we'll talk about like all of the things I'm going to get rid of for the month of January. I would like to believe that I can get rid of 500 things out of my closet and dresser and jewelry box, because I've got some things already kind of set aside out of my jewelry box that I'm going to get rid of. And if I can just kind of get all of the items I want to get rid of in January gone, that'll be ideal. But hopefully we'll have that video out shortly after this one, or the next one, like tomorrow's vlog. So anyway, that's enough rambling. Thanks for watching. You guys will see me in another video really soon. Bye.